Great rising, beautiful people. All right, today's messages are being brought to you by the Energy Oracle deck by Sandra Ann Taylor. And I'm bringing out an oldie but goodie. Super excited. Whispers of Love. Switching it up in the AM for my beautiful people. Hope you guys are doing well. I am thankful for being able to get up this morning. I woke up from a very uncomfortable dream. Very uncomfortable dream. I think I want to use the law of attraction deck today. Law of attraction. Hey Hagar. Good morning. I mean great rising. I need to not say that. Great rising. I usually don't say good morning, but I was watching an interesting video early this morning, and it was a master teacher, a guru. He talked about body memory and how the body remembers things, the things you touch, the things you eat. It was very interesting concept, very interesting. I'm good. I'm good. Um, but I woke up and I had this weird dream, and obviously, Mercury retrograde, you're going to have a lot of past life memory type dreams. Sometimes you'll have dreams and you don't recognize recognize the people, but you don't recognize the event because it happened in another lifetime, or whatever your perception is of past life, right? Um, and I had a dream about some friends that I've been friends with in the past. That these are people that I haven't connected to in years. And it was so interesting because I was friends with them, and through these friends, because they're siblings, I became friends with their other siblings, right? So I met one person, and then I became friends with all their siblings. I had a dream that one of their siblings, which wasn't really one of the closer friends, but was just a friend by default, um, she hurt my feelings, and I remember being so upset, and I couldn't believe the audacity of what she said or how she said it. And so my friend, which is her younger sister, was like taking up for me. Like she was like, wow. I just remember being really upset and I was crying, and I kept like talking about all the great things and all the times. And I'm not typically the type to do that. I don't really, if someone slights me or something happens, I'm not the type to talk about, oh, but I did this and that. I don't do that. I just kind of, the type of person, I just stop talking to you. If something happens, um, if I try to communicate how I feel and that doesn't work out, I just move on, or sometimes I just move on. Like I don't, there's nothing for me to say, and I don't remind you of what I did or da 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 da. It's not me. I might feel it and I might say it to myself in private, but it's not me to be like bringing up, this is what I did, this is what I, because then that defeats the purpose of why you did it, right? But there's certain circumstances sometimes where you got to let somebody know. But, anyways, hi, free. So I'm in the dream and I'm very upset. And besides myself, I'm crying and I'm upset because I felt like it was something so minuscule, but it made me feel, it's like I felt very belittled. I felt like, oh my God, I can't believe that this person would deny me. And it was something like about food. It was like she was cooking and she was like, I'm not going to give her any food. And I'm just like, but it's the way she said it, It's the way she said it. And then I remember her sister was like, wow. But when I needed it, she was always there for me. And she was just like, all the times we didn't have. Anyways, so I just remember in the dream, I literally just had this dream like maybe 40 minutes ago, maybe an hour ago, because I've been up. And I just remember just the emotions, or really what was standing out to me is the fact that I was so upset. I was crying, and the purpose of the dream, I guess, what spirit was trying to show me was the fact that I was expressing myself. Because, like I said, typically, um, as a Cancer, I had to learn the lessons of passive aggressiveness a long time ago. I had to learn not to sidestep, because cancers could kind of sidestep a little bit out of fear. You hear that? I hear my neighbor's dog. So noisy this morning. I'm so sorry. I've heard someone screaming. I wasn't sure if it was a cat, an animal. That dog barks every time the wind blows. They put him out. They have no respect for everybody. They'll throw him outside and leave him out there by himself and let him bark. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. I think that that's very inconsiderate. Being, because some people could still be asleep, and I think that they need to learn how to train their dog. But, anyways, so sorry about the background noise. They do that all the time, all times of the night. I just got used to it. I kind of learned how to tune out the noises, but sometimes I do hear it. So I apologize to you guys if it's great rising tomorrow. I apologize to you guys, okay? I just got a little distracted because of the screaming, because I had the dog barking is behind me. It's in the back. But then I could hear other interactions in the front. So it was kind of like, and I could pick up all kind of sounds. I'm the type of person that I can be fully engaged in something, but I can hear every little sound around me. I have very acute hearing. My senses are a little bit heightened, so I know how to ignore certain sounds. But when I heard that screaming, I was trying to identify if that was a human, because if there's a human screaming, of course I'm not going to just sit here and ignore it. I'm going to want to know what's going on. But anyways, I digress. Um, the purpose of me telling you about the dream was because in the dream, I'm crying and I'm just besides myself. But I was I was offloading. I was basically just going off and just pouring my emotions out of how I felt without any restraint. And I think that that was important for me because it's Mercury retrograde, and a lot of you guys are programmed to believe that Mercury retrograde is all about the exes coming back and car trouble and technological trouble. But what you don't understand is Mercury retrograde is going to bring things back in all different forms. And a lot of times it is going to be just simply reflecting on the past. Not always the ex actually comes in, but maybe thinking a lot about the ex and what you've been through with the ex, or a family, or an experience that has impacted you. And it's so interesting because, like I said, these people that I dreamt about, I haven't spoken to them or seen them in years, but I dreamt about them last night, and I'm just like, wow. And I was like, what is that about? I thought about it. I thought about it, then I didn't think about it. I just remember waking up, and I was more concerned about my physical body because of the way I was sleeping. I was literally sleeping on my stomach and on my face. So my breathing was a little bit obstructed. So when I woke up, I kind of felt a little bit drained. And I don't like I don't know, I don't have any consciousness of me flipping over on myself. Sometimes I do, but I guess I was tossing and turning, and somehow I was on my stomach, but I was actually on my face because I remember waking up and kind of gasping for air a little bit. Um so I was deep, 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 deep in the astral, but this felt like it felt like I was living it. Like my whole body, like I woke up, and sometimes when I have dreams like this, I will actually wake up with tears in my eyes, but I don't recall having tears in my eyes, but I just remember my whole body reacting to the dream. Because in a way, when I woke up from the dream, it almost felt like I made myself get up because I was upset. And, have you ever been so upset that you feel like you can't, like I was going off and crying that I felt like I couldn't breathe. And that's when I woke up and realized, like, okay, I'm sleeping on my face. I gotta get, my body just jerked out of the dream. But anyways, I I reflect on it for a little bit, like, what was that about? But then I kind of was just other things distracted me. But for some reason, the dream is very vivid in my mind. So I thought I would share it with you guys because as I was sitting here and thinking about what decks I want to use today, I kind of understand that memory came out because of the way I communicated in the past versus the way I communicate now, and especially when it comes to my emotions. I express my emotions better now, whereas before I never trusted anyone enough to be able to tell them how I feel about stuff. Like you know, in the past, the old me would not be divulging my personal information. Basically, is what I'm saying. Excuse me, 1 second. So there was something about that dream that made me feel like this offloading, outpouring, releasing, right, of emotions was part of ending cycles, right? Because that's what's happening, with Saturn going direct on its 10th, we're coming out of this karmic cycle, but it's not going to happen all on that day. And I apologize if I made it seem like on that day it just ends. Yes, a major chapter ends because Saturn moves out of its retrograde phase, right? But it's still going to be a domino effect. There's still a lot of lessons we need to learn. Um, and we're still kind of easing our way out of that old paradigm of how we did things and why we were connecting with certain people, because a lot of the people we were connected to were they were teachers essentially, right? Sometimes students, but usually we connect with these people because we have karmic past with them, right? We've experienced lives with them, and we have residual energies that we're holding on to. So thinking about the dream and thinking about the life that I had, because that dream, that I don't recall having that experience with them in this lifetime, but I do recall having experience with it where I felt uncomfortable um, once at their home, and it had something to do with me feeling like the I, the type of reciprocity didn't feel like the relationship we I had with them was mutual. It always felt like one person was benefiting more than the other, right? Or I I gave more than they did. So it's interesting because I don't talk to them anymore because not and it wasn't the fault of the other siblings, but one of the siblings and I, we just, we had a situation that really hurt me. And but she was she was in the dream, but I wasn't having the issue with her, but with her older sibling. So it was very interesting. So I was trying to understand, how did that connect, and why did I experience that so intensely? Because the dream, it was very intense for me. Um, and I'm recognizing that there was some sort of ties to these people, and I have a lifetime with these people this lifetime. And I'm only saying that maybe it had something to do with a past life because, like I said, the imagery, the scenario I've never experienced with these people, but it felt like I've experienced it. My body physically felt like it experienced it before. So after the dream, like I said, I got distracted, right? I had the dream, woke up, washed my face, did my morning routine. But during my morning routine, I was listening to a guru. I can't pronounce his name, but it's a guru that I always see on YouTube, and he talked about your body remembering, because there was a question that was asked of him, and it was in regards to sexual relationships, and he talked about the body remembering events, especially when you're dealing with other people. So I say all that to say that we have memories, right? We have soul memory, and a little bit of that came out in the Lost Lands card. I don't know if you remember yesterday's live. I pulled up the Lost Lands, and I talked about how we have experience from past lives. We have a lot of wisdom that are locked in inside of us, and on a cellular level in your DNA, even that we have yet to unlock. And a lot of our memories, a lot of the reason we behave the certain way we behave, the patterns, the beliefs are because of past situations. Remember, I talked about the past, how the past is affecting us, Seven of Pentacles in reverse. And I said, not necessarily just this past, the past you're experiencing now or have experienced in this lifetime, but also the past lives and experience that you've had with other soulmates. Those, all of that is, it creates like this communicative effect, right? It's like a um, you're holding on to these memories, and some of these memories need to be released. And some of you guys are going to be finding that you're going to be dreaming about people that you've once dealt with or people you know. You might have scenarios where the dream, you have a dream and it doesn't make sense because you're like, that never happened. But it feels like it happened, right? It feels like or it feels real. Sometimes it's hard to tell. I don't know if you guys are lucid dreamers, but sometimes it's hard to tell if something is real. A dream, like when you're in the dream state, for some people it's hard to tell if this is really happening. Am I really awake, or if I'm dreaming? But then you have dreams that are kind of wacky, kind of don't make sense, so you kind of know, okay, this is a dream. But you might have an experience through your dream where spirit is trying to communicate something to you, or you're having an experience that needs to be released. And that particular, in the dream that I had this morning, I released. I mean, I poured out, but I was upset. I thought it was interesting, and I take note of everything, especially when I dream. Sometimes, I depending on the dream, sometimes I just kind of just reflect on it a little bit and then release it. I don't really put too much thought into it, and then sometimes I do put a lot of thought into it because it kind of, depending on how impactful it is. So spiritual missions coming out, and we have connections that support healing on Gaia. It says this connection, but connections to people, soulmates. And I think that the memories that spirit wants you to understand, spirit wants you to understand that the reason why you're having memories, or the reason why certain things, certain patterns show up, is because you're still holding on to either guilt, shame, deep remorse, other past actions and past words, right? Or you have people that you've experienced past lives with. I can't make this up. You've had many lives together, because the spirit just told me to grab this deck. And spirit is telling me through this card that because of these past lives, okay, because it says you've had many lives together with these people, you still have unresolved wounds. See, karmic patterns because of the wounds, and this, everything I do, um, I'm very intentional, and I didn't have any idea, or I didn't even have the intent to tell you guys about the dream. I just sat here. I just sat here and pull out these decks, and I'm like, I want to use this deck, I want to use this deck, and then I thought about the dream, and I'm just like, hey, let me talk about this dream, because these are people that I know. Sometimes I have dreams about people that I've never met before, and sometimes I'll eventually see them. Like I'll have a dream, and then I'll remember this person. I've had people once upon a time come up to me saying, "Don't I know you from somewhere?" And they think they know me, and they're like calling me and rushing towards me. And then when they get towards me, they're like, "Oh, I thought I knew. You just look like someone I thought I'd know." Or they'll just say, "You look familiar. I don't know where I know you from, but I feel like I know you." I don't know if you guys ever had that experience. But anyways, I digress again. Spirit wanted me to pull out this deck. Intuitively, I knew to pull out this deck because Spirit says the mission is to work through these imprints. Or you come across these people in this lifetime, right? And this includes lovers, especially lovers, family members, siblings, because these people still have guilt, or you still have some sort of guilt to work through. Past words, past situations, right? And Spirit is acknowledging that the past energy is tied to all these past lives you've had with these people. And they may show up differently, right? Maybe this in the past life, this person in this particular dream, they were the same, now they look the same. The sister looked the same, they look the same. Sometimes you'll have dreams where they'll look younger or older. Sometimes the people Might look a little bit older, they might look a little bit younger. But anyways, so Spirit is saying that you're experiencing connections with people that you've already had connections with, already had many lifetimes with. But the problem is these imprints are still kind of alive, these memories, soul memory imprints. And it's kind of like you have these unresolved wounds, and the only way you can resolve them is you have to kind of come back together with this person or these people and have these experiences again, and you have an opportunity to handle it differently. So in my present day experience with these people that I dreamt about, um, I broke off the connection with them because it just never felt like it was mutual. And I feel like that's with all of them. Even though the other siblings, we never had a very significant relationship, I just felt like in general, I felt like that whole family kind of it just didn't feel like there was a lot of reciprocity. But the initial impact of the dissipation of the connection to that family was because of one of the siblings. We had a really we had a very there was a very impactful situation that affected me. Like it took me time, and it was one of the relationships that I had, and it was with a female. Like I said, it was a friend that really caused me to close off my energy. Like and I'm now just remembering this as I'm talking to you guys. That was one of the pivotal relationships that changed me as a person, because prior to that I was very outgoing, I was very open, that relationship changed me because after I had that relationship and after the demise of that relationship, I stopped I stopped making friends, essentially. Slowly but surely, I just stopped making friends. Like the way I used to be friendly, I became very reserved because Spirit was teaching me that um I was giving a lot of myself, and unconditionally. Um, I was trusting the wrong people. I was divulging too much information. I was very open when I needed to learn how to protect myself. So that relationship really was one of the main reasons I became very reserved, very introverted. Because I literally stopped. I literally didn't have friends after that, and that's so interesting that that's coming up. Um, and I think this happened in 2015 ish is when this happened. 2015, 2014, I'm not sure. So think about a relationship that really impacted you. Have you dreamt about that person randomly? During Mercury retrograde, have that person reached out to you randomly? And like I said, I didn't have issues with the other siblings, but I had my own individual experience with each of them that made me feel, there was always this experience with each of them that made me feel like, like, but essentially, that big tower moment made me feel like, okay, maybe these are not the people that I should be connecting to anymore. Like, how relationships just fizzle out and you change, and it's like then you stop talking to the person. If it's just like you don't talk to them as much. Then you talk to them once in a while, and then you just don't talk to them ever again. And not like, oh, I don't want to talk to you. It's just like it just happens naturally. And then but the one that did impact me, that was like, I'm never gonna be your friend. Even after I attempted to mend the situation, I thought the situation was mended. I kept continuously being stabbed in the back, and then that's when I was like, no. I drew the line, like never again. Never again. And that was that. And I made a firm decision. And I never looked back, and it's just interesting that I dreamt about them. So interesting. Anyways, so let's see why past life soulmates are coming up for us, the collective today, and what are these imprints that we need to acknowledge, okay? Because a lot of us don't even know. We're not conscious. If you're not doing enough inner work, you may not be conscious of how your interactions are repeating. Some of you guys are, because you've gotten readings and I've told you. Some of you guys may just have noticed, damn, it seems like everybody I deal with, friends, family, lovers, it's always the same shit. They always take advantage of me. Are they always da 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 da? And have you noticed a pattern with the people around you? Have you started to feel uncomfortable with the people around you? Have you started to feel like, you know, I keep I keep getting red flags, but I keep ignoring? Have you been feeling that way? Because your body's gonna make you remember. See, the thing about me when I interact with people, I my body reacts, and I listen to my body. I pay attention to when my body feels a little bit uncomfortable, when I tense up. I pay attention to when I um to a lot of things. Are you guys paying attention? Hey, everybody. If I didn't say hello, great rising to everybody. I'm not looking at the chat, but I want y'all to understand where I'm coming from with this, story. And I know some people may be coming in wondering, okay, why am I talking about this dream? It's important for you guys to really pay attention. I pay attention. Yesterday, I had a situation. I'm not going to divulge that because Spirit told me that I tell my business too much. But I had a situation yesterday, and it was, listen. If I tell y'all this situation, y'all gonna be like, "What the fuck?" I had a situation yesterday. I'm gonna charge it to the game. I was sitting in my car and I was talking to somebody on the phone about the situation, right? And I only talked to like a few people. Um, so I'm talking to someone on the phone about the situation, and then I'm like sitting there, and I'm like, "Oh, Spirit just gave me a sign, right?" So I saw a blue jay. I'm like, "Okay, Spirit, that's my ancestors. Okay, good." Because the person had mentioned to me earlier that day, don't worry, your ancestors are on it. And I'm like, yeah, 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 I know. And then we brought that up again. That came up in the conversation, and then the blue jay showed up, and that's just one of my symbols. And then I'm sitting there and I'm talking, and I'm just like, this is crazy. I don't deserve this. I'm a nice person. Blah blah blah. Right? I'm saying to myself, I don't deserve to be treated like this. And then I see a yellow butterfly. And I'm like, okay, Spirit, I got the message. I'm good. I said everything. And I told the person on the phone, everything's okay. Spirit just gave me a sign, right? Then I moved my car and I went to another location. And I'm sitting there and I'm still conversating on the phone. And I'm still we're talking about different things, but this particular situation is the focal point for me at least. And I'm sitting there and I'm just like, what the fuck? Because um because I'm dealing with a real life. I deal with real life narcissists, and I know when narcissists are put on my path, and I was actually upset because I'm thinking like, okay, I haven't been interacting with anybody. I haven't been trying to accrue any karma with people. I've been trying to, because sometimes you don't know, right? You don't know why you're being presented with lessons. So I try to stay out of trouble. I don't, I stay out of people's business. I connect with you guys, but I'm also detached from you guys because I don't want any codependency. Okay. I want you guys to learn to heal. I'm giving you guys the tools, and I'm kind of giving you guys information to help you on your own spiritual journey. But I'm very isolated. Like I'm isolated. I don't interact with people much. So I'm, it was baffling because I'm like, why is this narcissist? Why was this narcissist put on my path? And I was actually a little bit upset because I'm like, I've done the work. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. Whine, 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 because I get whiny sometimes. I get very whiny and I get very bratty and I get mad, I get very emotional because I feel like things are unfair. But anyways, um, I'm sitting there and I'm like, I don't deserve this shit. This person is like really playing with me. And I'm thinking of like me as a person and what I tolerate versus what I don't tolerate. But I'm trying to approach the situation and trying to be lighthearted. And I'm not trying to take it serious because practice what you preach, man. Look, I can't even talk. Don't blame me. Blame Mercury retrograde. And if you're a patron, I'm sorry. I know I didn't post the fire sign and the air sign reading. I was having a complete fucking meltdown that night, and I just could not. I could not get on the damn computer. But anyways, I'm gonna get you guys your messages today. So I'm sitting there in my car and I'm thinking about, I'm not gonna blow up. I'm not gonna get emotional about this, but and I don't want to jump to conclusion because that's what my mind automatically wants me to do is jump to a conclusion. So I'm just like, okay, let me just keep an open mind. But the person straight played me, but whatever. So I'm sitting there and I'm talking about this situation, and then again, Spirit shows me two butterflies, now two yellow butterflies, randomly flying in front of my car, just like last time. I'm like, okay, Spirit, I get it. I see you trying to send me messages telling me don't worry, but my thing is, when does these fucking tests and lessons go away? Like, leave me the fuck alone, Spirit, because I'm tired. Sometimes I just this is how I feel. I'm tired. But my thing was in that particular moment, thinking about ethics and thinking about morality, but also thinking about being using in your intelligent mind, right? Especially when you're dealing with people that are trying to get one over on you. You know, you want to be two steps ahead of people, right? And you sometimes you have to operate in shadow. And for me, I was trying to decide on how I'm going to communicate with this person because I did communicate with the person, right? And the person's still perpetuating this illusion, but I'm playing along, right? Because I'm not stupid. But I'm just thinking to myself, what is the purpose, right, between this and me and this person? Why are we interacting? Because usually I wouldn't even waste my time interacting with this person, right? Um, and I'm just thinking to myself, what is the purpose? Because again, I've been doing the work. I've been really trying to put good energy out there. I've been trying to be positive. Yes, I have my moments where my faith kind of, I'm gonna say a little bit shaky because I'll be getting mad because I've been waiting. I've been putting this work in for a very long time. I'm not like new to this shit. I may be new to doing tarot. It's been 3 years, but I'm not new to the inner work and isolation and dark night of the soul. I'm not new to none of that. So I'm just like, what is the point of this interaction? And again, another opportunity for us to look at these unresolved wounds that are being presented to us, like, right, because it's opportunity, right, which is not really an opportunity as far as what I expected, but an opportunity for me to learn that past life soulmates, they come in many forms. And like I said to you guys have to have the discernment to know when past life sermons are coming in to help or when they're coming in to hinder. You know, you're not gonna know straight away, but because Spirit is still testing you to make sure you're ready, Spirit's gonna you're gonna still have interactions with people, and you're still gonna need to know how to set those boundaries, how to communicate properly, how not to let your emotions run you, not to let the mind, like, you still have to put in, practice the work, that, or practice, or put into practice rather, what it is that you've learned. So this person comes in and kind of tempts me with an opportunity, right? And but they have but their intentions, they have underlying intentions that are not pure. So we have recognition, and I don't know how that ties in. There we go. So Spirit is saying we want you to recognize when you have people coming in that are unethical, because we don't want you to settle for partnerships that are not going to make you happy. Okay, so angels are saying you're going to have these people come in, right? We're trying to help you to find something better. My thing is, don't let them come in. Keep them out. The fuck. I get mad because they're even in. Like, don't even let them come by me. The fuck. Spirit says, a lot of you guys are unfulfilled, and they know this. They're acknowledging this right now in this moment. Says you could have an emotional attachment to something that doesn't serve you. So if you still have unethical people come in, or you still have opportunities to learn through these unethical people or these past life soulmates, that means that you still have wounds. So if you've ever been like me and you're wondering why the fuck all these fuck niggas and fuck girls keep bothering you, excuse my language. I know it's really early in the morning for me to be using this harsh language, but it is just words. So if you're offended, oh well. Spirit is saying, use it says use the law of attraction. You got to be the energy you want. So if you're in an energy, in a particular energy, you're going to attract these unethical people. They're going to give you the recognition, but they're not going to be. You're going to have to compromise yourself because because the whole interaction was me trying to make a decision, a logical decision, a healthy choice, whether I should interact with this person. And it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic because this was not romantic, even though that person was trying to take it to that take it there. But the point is, what it doesn't matter what the interaction is. It doesn't have to be love. It could be friends. It could be family. How do you distinguish or recognize when somebody is being unethical, or even when you're being unethical? Because at some point, I recognize that this person didn't have good intentions or what their intentions were. And like I said, um, you got to be calculated, but to what extent? And I didn't have any intentions of being unethical, actually, factually, but I understood that in order for me to interact with this person, in order for me to benefit, I would have to either compromise myself or put myself in a position where I had to be calculated so that I wouldn't be taken advantage of. But essentially, it's the same shit, right? Because it's either you, it's like I was looking at it as two different choices. Like, let me give you an example. You meet somebody or somebody you've been dealing with shows up, and you have the knowledge and awareness that this person, sometimes they play games, sometimes this person is inconsistent. And you have, most of the time when you are dealing with relationships or people, you know you, with this knowledge that you have, right, you kind of try to figure out like how you guys come to me and ask me questions. It's because you're trying to make a decision, right? An informed decision. And sometimes you're like, I'm not sure, right? If I take this person back, will it work out? If I take them back, are they going to do it again, right? Or even when you meet new people, sometimes you guys want to know. Well, Spirit says, how do you have this recognition? How do you use your discernment? First and foremost, think about the energy that you're in as far as um because just so you can know what your vibration is and what you might attract to you. Are you in an energy that is of a high vibration, or are you kind of operating from a space of fear? Because that's important. That's going to kind of lead give you clues, context clues to why certain people are still kind of in your energy, especially people that you're trying to break free of. Those attachments, the stronger ones where you're trying to break free. And also the ones that you feel like you can't break free from because they're your family. How do you discern when you should walk away, when you should engage? Well, you have to pay attention to the red flags. That is imperative. How does your body react? How do you react to this person and the interaction with this person? It says you're unhappy, right? But you're too scared to make any changes. So we have recognition. You have to stand in a leadership position and get what it is that you deserve. Okay. And you got to understand when you're dealing with people, whether romantically or otherwise, right? Friends, family, etc. Are you being treated the way you deserve to be treated? Because in the dream, right? Back to that dream, I was upset because I felt like I wasn't being treated the way I deserved to be treated. I felt like I deserved to be treated with respect, and I deserve to be acknowledged. I didn't deserve how that person treated me. Um, and this is what you need to realize in the present moment. What are you being treated the way you deserve? And like I said, this could be work, this could be family, whatever. Are you being treated the way you are deserving to be treated? And it says, don't sacrifice your morals. And that was my whole lesson. And I never do. I never do. I never sacrifice my morals um, for money. At least that's what the card says. Don't sacrifice your morals for money. I don't. But sometimes we sacrifice our morals because of love, because of how we feel about people, right? Sometimes we engage with people that may have, may don't, they may breadcrumb you, they may treat you kind of, they don't treat you with value. And even when you have this awareness, sometimes you still engage in communication, sometimes you still engage sexually, physically with these people. And spirit is saying, don't sacrifice your morals, and which is, i.e., beliefs and values that you have, right? And sometimes it takes us to kind of reevaluate our morals before we can actually know, you know, how to be treated. So I'm talking about the people that have already kind of identify their morals and their values, not people that are still kind of working through that. And if you are still working through that, that's okay. But I'm acknowledging the people that kind of been through enough lessons to understand, okay, I have worth, I have value, I'm deserving of these things, right? And if you're still trying to figure out what you truly deserve, you're still in that process of learning, and you're going to have lots of past life soulmates to help you to learn. Now, Spirit is giving me another message, but I'm going to talk about it in a second. I see that there's somebody here that kind of made you, that kind is expressing their own wounds of shame and guilt, and they're having this interaction with you because something about them is coming off very narcissistic, very egotistical. And what they do is they hide behind a persona, but it is basically because they're trying to cover up this shame, guilt energy. And what they do is that because they're not acknowledging the shame and guilt, or they're trying, because they're trying to cover it, they're going to be acting in a way where it's constantly from a space of ego. Now, this card says "Don't lie" on it. So Spirit says trailblazing brings the greatest achievement. And what's so interesting is in this card, in this deck, we have a card called Trail. You're a trailblazer. And I like that card because that card talks about being a system buster and leading people to their highest path, letting people, helping people identify that you got me fucked up. This is that you got me fucked up energy. This is that energy where when you show up for yourself and you stand in high integrity, high value, this person reckon you're basically, letting them know, hey, I'm not going to accept your unethical behavior. This is what spirit is saying. Pay attention to the details. Let's pay attention to red flags. um it says heart and mind align, unconventionality, authenticity, right? And this is also not lying to yourself either about how you feel, not lying to yourself. um when it comes to relationships and partnerships with people, being very transparent with yourself, because when you are honest with yourself, then you can identify when someone is being inauthentic with you. Okay, I'm using a lot of caution, but I want to bring out the trailblazer card because I think that that is why some of you guys are still interacting with these unreliable people that have the intention to control you. That's what Spirit's revealing to me. Show me the Trailblazer card, Spirit, because I want them to understand why this message is being presented this way. You're a trailblazer, meaning that you're not going to sit here and let people play with you. Don't play with me. Biatch. Don't play with me, bitch. I'd be ready to cuss somebody out, but I don't. But I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying that I don't do that love and light bullshit over here, by the way. And I don't do that. What you call it, fuck, what is that called? It's positivity. But it's not, it's fake positivity. I don't do that shit. Pseudo positivity. I don't know what it's called, but oh, there it is. It was in my face the whole time, the rebel. For some reason I thought it was gonna say trailblazer on it. What I mean is, you need to learn how to integrate your shadow. So it's okay for you. So you don't have to be perfect, love and light and nice and bows and pretty rainbows. You don't have to be like that all the time. You need to be authentic to who you are. But Spirit says you're a trailblazer meant to see things differently and set a new path for others. Some of you guys are interacting with people because you're meant to trigger them so they can set a new path. Okay. But this is also saying your rebellious spirit makes you a great system buster to teach others a better way. An old belief about money could be preventing you from getting ahead. There could be an old belief from a past situation that may be preventing you from getting ahead or moving forward, out of this energy of feeling unfulfilled, because you're still holding on to emotions and attachments to that past experience with that past life soulmate. And Spirit is saying that we're trying to help you so that you can see that there is something better out there. It's better for you, that you don't have to settle. Don't. When you're authentic with yourself, when you know what you want, when you know your value, your worth, you're going to be able to identify, okay, this person's not being honest with me. This person doesn't treat me the way I deserve to be treated. I'm not happy with this particular situation. Having discernment about that is important. Um, Spirit says build relationships that can help you, not ones that hinder you. So past life soulmate in partnership is lining up because Spirit is saying, don't connect to people because of guilt. Don't connect to people um, because of patterns or negative habits, but from an authentic space, authentically operating with people. And they're saying that you have somebody that you're connecting to, some of you guys, that is not being completely honest with you. And as the rebel you are, you need to forge your own path and get in alignment with heart and mind. Because your mind might be saying, well, but the benefits would be with this person is da 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 da. But what is your heart saying? Is your heart like, is this good? Could you see yourself being happy with this person, or do you see yourself being happy with these people, or a person, or working with a big company, being in a relationship? What are you willing to sacrifice? Okay. So be discerning of these people coming around you because they're coming. Clarify partnerships, past our soulmate. Yeah, follow your bliss. It says, do what inspires you. New direction, heart meets mind. Again, no fear based decisions. Don't make decisions based off of fear. And this is what I'm talking about. This is why I said, I was presented with a particular challenge, and the challenge was for me. I'm wanting to kind of level up financially. Financially wanting to feel like I have enough money to be able to do the things that I want to do, right? And this opportunity to do this seemed pretty good, seemed pretty okay. But the problem is the person presenting this opportunity is very unethical. And that's important, even if this is a business situation where someone's saying, hey, I got a business proposition for you. Make sure that you're not engaging in anything that you don't feel comfortable with, especially companies that are unethical. Okay. So do your research. Um, but Spirit was saying, follow your bliss and what inspires you, what you really want out of a partnership, for some of you guys that are watching because you want to kind of get information about relationship. Okay, or the people you're connecting to. Are these people helping you to follow your bliss? Are you friends with these people because they make you happy, they're supporting you, there's reciprocity, or are you friends with them because you're afraid of breaking free of them because of the history you have, or are you afraid of not moving out of your parents' home or moving away from family members? What is it that is causing a challenge in your life? Because Spirit says here, you need to rethink and follow the signs and guidance. Okay, again, Spirit is testing, and I was being tested, so to speak, because I was looking at this situation and I was thinking to myself, okay, I don't, whatever this person's proposing to me, I this is not something that I'm interested in, because I felt like if I accept this offer, I would have to compromise what I really want, right? Who I really want to be with, or who I really want to be in life. And then I was thinking about what would make me happy, essentially. And maybe some of this offer would make me happy to a certain extent, but not necessarily, because again, I would have to compromise who I am, and I'm not willing to do that. But I had to look at that, right? Why am I so unwilling to compromise? Because I am. I'm very rigid, and I'm not, and I'm okay with that. I could be very rigid. I don't like to interact with people. So I tried to approach the situation differently because I was like, well, maybe I should be a little bit more open minded, because physically, this person's not the type of person that I would usually interact with. And, um, or what this person is saying to me makes me feel uncomfortable because I see that this person has other intentions other than what was discussed, right? So I'm looking at the situation like, okay, well, I'm still looking forward to the business partnership side of it, but this person has other intentions. So what do I do? Can I still have this business partnership without, engaging in a personal relationship? So that was the dilemma. Can I keep this strictly business? No. This person wants more than that, and I don't. Okay. So that posed a challenge to me because the other aspect of the relationship I wanted because I felt like it would be beneficial to me. But this person proved to be unethical. Why? Because I set boundaries and this person just doesn't respect my boundaries. Right. And some of you guys may have that type of situation, even if it's a romantic situation or a situation with a friend. When you set a boundary with somebody, and this person continuously ignores your boundaries, that's a red flag. Or if this person says they're going to do something and they don't follow through, red flag. If this person blatantly behaves in an unethical way, such as lying or stealing from you, red flag. You don't need multiple examples to know whether you should bow out of a situation. You don't need multiple instances. You need to pay attention. And then once you see that there's a lot of challenges, you need to say, okay, this is not for me, and you need to move on. But a lot of times, what we do is we perpetuate the cycles, and we just keep trying to figure out. We keep trying. Sometimes you don't need to figure shit out. You just need to know that it's just not. This is not a situation that you should be entertaining because it's not for you. Because you would essentially have to settle, right? So, um, spirit says don't settle. Perhaps it's time to ask yourself if you're settling, either in a job, in a relationship, in your interactions with people. Some of you guys, you are not happy. And Spirit says, we're trying to help you find something better to make you happy. But you're having to trust in the universe. And Spirit says, this is time to trust in the universe and know you will be provided for. Pay attention to the signs in your angels. And that's what I said. I said, Spirit was giving me a sign. Spirit was like, you don't need to worry about this person and whatever the fuck they say that they're gonna do. This person's unethical, right? They proved that to me yesterday. And Spirit is saying, don't worry, because there is something better that will come along. You may have to wait for it. So you might feel that you're very challenged at this time when it comes to relationships, partnerships, and business endeavors, because this is also talking about work. Some of you guys are settling at a job, and some of you guys, this job doesn't serve a purpose in your life anymore because it's making you're not happy there, but you stayed there. But let's see what this other underlying message is, because Spirit's saying that somebody feels guilty for being unethical. This person wants to come back and reconcile, but they're coming back because they're still karmically attracted to you, and they're codependent. And you're going to need to have discernment that whoever this person is, that there's something better. Okay, no matter how much you love this person, feel for this person, you have to be willing to accept the fact that you have to break free of patterning. And this could be friends, family, whatever, whoever this person is that's coming back, trying to engage with you and trying to say, hey, Let's call it a truce. Let's form a partnership. Let's be friends. Let's work together. Let's be together. You're gonna realize, is this something that I want, or will I have to settle? And most of the time, you may have to settle to get what you want, but are you really essentially getting what you want? No. Spirit says what's better is that there's a new energy coming in for some of you guys, okay, or a new phase in love. But what was happening was Spirit says that you had a lot of baggage that needed to be resolved. Now, some of you guys, this might not be about y'all. Let me see who this unethical person is. Can we see? Clarify unethical. Lessons of Uranus. See? I know it was a y'all. um, Acceptance of people for who they are, understanding that people are who they are. This could be somebody around you that wants to come back in. This is radical attraction and sexual pull comes with inconsistency and detachment. This person's very inconsistent. They lie a lot. They don't follow through. What's going on with this masculine and why is it showing up in our spread this morning? Perspective, gaining clarity. Yeah, spirits to see the other side, consideration, impressions versus fact, taking responsibility for your life. You know, removing yourself from anybody or anything that disrupts your inner peace. Don't play with my peace, ho. Says enjoying friends, balancing chaos, dealing with your emotions, mastering your energy and your vibration. This could be what this person is doing. Somebody moving out of an unethical situation. Let me get another a deck so that I could see, because I pulled out a love deck today because I wanted to focus on messages that are kind of tied to love a little bit today. Why? Because a lot of you guys are going to be presented with relationships and people that say they love you and care about you and want to do things for you. But you have to understand a lot of these people are fucking liars and sinners. Let's clarify. Masculine, what's going on? Sword and the truth. What's the truth? Some of you are being chased by somebody. Be careful. Is this person telling you the truth? When they say they're going to do something, do they do it? When they say they're going to call you, do they call you? When they say they're going to be a particular place, are they, you know? So just make sure that you're not being played or strung along. Tell me more about this unethical behavior, soulmates. Some of you guys, this is about you, your person, your masculine. They always like to throw in a little message for me so that I could give to you guys. Spirit says, have faith, love is coming. You know, this person may have stabbed you in the back, hurt you in some way, but Spirit says make a healthy choice. Or they're being stabbed in the back, serves them right. They're being stabbed in the back by another soulmate, because soulmates, but like I said, we already saw that. This could also mean that you have multiple masculines, okay, if you're predominantly women out there watching, but obviously you don't have to be a woman, okay? This could be that again, like I said, a masculine energy here is dealing with this situation where um they have soulmates around them, but these soulmates are unethical, or they're being unethical with their behaviors, unethical because they're looking for love in all the wrong places. Or you have this person's, you know, very attracted to you, but there's a soul contract, so some sort of soul connection that you guys had, and the contract is here in order for you to release this baggage so that you can move on. Tell me more. Yeah, see, look, I knew it. It's just third party interference. It says attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation. So this could be that this person, there could be an unethical man trying to tempt you, trying to seduce you, telling you all the things they think you want to hear. They're not following through on anything, but they're kind of baiting you. Or this could be, again, your masculine dealing with this energy with other people that they're dealing with. Their purpose is to break free of these contracts that they've made. Do you see this? This is a handshake. This is a contract. The purpose of this is that this person needs to break free of these contracts. They need to stop settling, and they need to go into a new phase with you with the help of the spirit world here. Okay. Or it could be reversed. Spirit is saying, break this contract with this masculine, because he's out here chasing a lot of other people. and you wait for something better to come in. We have sadness, missing you. I'm unsure about of the future, and then we have this relationship is over. There's a separation because there was a narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. Somebody only wanted to have a physical connection, or there was some sort of intense attraction, and that caused one or both of you to have an issue with moving on or having closure. There's closure because the Grim Reaper is letting me know something this is spirits saying we need you to separate from this person and have this closure so something better can come in, or we need this masculine to do this. Why? So let's see what the whispers of love is talking about. Tell me more. They're not showing me you here in this spread. They're only talking about the masculine. So I can only assume that this is someone you're connecting to that has this issue that needs to break free of these people that they're connected to through guilt, shame, and deep remorse over past actions and words. This person is connected to these people because they're still working through a lot of karma and soul imprints. Think these are things that they have inherited, or these are wounds that they're holding on to, and they're deciding to settle. Okay, instead of being listening, it says practice compassion. It's to see things from a fresh perspective. What do you want us? What? Why are you showing us practice compassion? Please, Spirit, Holy Spirit. Someone does not express how they truly feel. This is a mutual symbiotic relationship. It's just the masculine not expressing. Yeah, divine intervention, twin flames, reconciliation, completion of a cycle. So, guess what, lovelies? So, there's intervention here when it comes to, and we see it here, a relationship. So, the angels are saying, we're helping someone with what? What are you helping this person do? Listen with your heart, listening to their intuition. Says you are listening, but you need to hear with a loving heart. They're probably helping you to listen. What do you want us to hear? It says the only thing that's real is love. It says shift your focus back to love. And the Spirit is saying you are limitless. You can do anything you choose. Shift your focus back to love. You can do anything you choose. What do you want us to know in regards to this situation? You want us to move on to new love? Some of you guys, this is about you needing to break free of codependency, um, and this attachment to somebody that constantly comes in and hurts you. What can we choose? Say we could do anything we choose. Yeah, Spirit says miracles and blessings. Oh, this is a beautiful card. And it keeps saying the only thing that's real is love. Somebody here, there's a blessing in this journey. It says everything has its gifts. When this card comes out, it means that everything was meant to happen to bless you, to open you up to new ways of thinking, new ways of doing things. An opportunity for you to learn more about yourself and about your needs and your wants, your values, your self worth. Everything has its gifts is a very wonderful card because the underlying message of this card is that um, it's about checking in with your self talk and beliefs. Are you open to a miracle? Be ready for the unexpected. So, this is saying that there is a miracle coming. Spirit saying you just need to be open to it. Okay. Be open to something better, a better reality, a better experience, you know, instead of repeating patterns from the past because of wounds, or going through repetitive patterns in the present day, you know, in your current life because of past life wounds. So you are limitless requires you to understand that you can break free of these contracts that you've had with people in your past, and even this codependency or addiction that you have to the situation. Okay. I'm also picking up that they're helping somebody do this, and it is a masculine energy. Um, I saw reconciliation. So if there is a masculine energy that needs to break a contract, whether it is a marital contract or some sort of soul contract, would that mean that the blessing is that you and this person are going to come back together? Spirit says you drew this card because there are many miracles happening in your life right now. The angels are asking you to look at how things are. Look again. You will find that your life is filled with miracles and blessings. Reflect on who you are and your journey to this point. Recognize and accept the blessings that have occurred in your life. Situations that were not ideal brought their own gifts and lessons. Your existence begins with the spark of a miracle. Continual blessings and miracles continue to show up in the smallest of ways, which is true. And this happened in this whole scenario where I was kind of leaning towards this opportunity as a way of, you know, getting me out of a particular state of mind. But Spirit was saying to me that this is not the opportunity. There's always going to be other ones, right? This is not, this is just an opportunity that's presenting itself so that you can continue, continually apply or to continue to apply um, the lessons you've learned from the past, right? Again, being tested, because that's what the universe does. They love to test us. It says, and then it says, be willing to receive these gifts. And it says, an ethereal goddess with flowing hair reaches to catch a leaf from the various leaves floating near her grasp. Her hair can represent thoughts or reasoning. And then it says, check in with your self talk and beliefs. Are you open for a miracle? Be ready for the unexpected. So, what is unexpectedly coming in with this miracle and blessings card? Lessons of Saturn. Okay, that's why I said that whole Saturn going direct is very important. Okay, because that is the universe is coming in with intervention so that there could be a twin flame reconciliation, a completion of a cycle, a chapter in your life. Spirit says, set your intentions high and know that you deserve to receive love, joy, and happiness. Now, I want to tell you guys that in the process of these delays, these detours, that you may be coming across other soulmates from past lives, and you need to use your discernment because the person that you're meant to be with, and this is like the lover's card for me, is still being prepared for you, or there's still a set of circumstances that need to be in alignment before you can come into union. In order for you to have union, whoever you're meant to be with needs to complete their set of lessons, and you need to complete your set of lessons. So they're having their own experiences individually outside of you, right? External to you, and you're having yours external to them. And this might be someone you've never met before. This could be someone you think, whoever you think is your twin flame. Me personally, the whole twin flame rhetoric, I don't really I have different beliefs about what the twin flame union is, okay? Clarify twin flame. See? It says girl with the snake. It says empath narcissist paradigm. That's what it is. It's a paradigm. It says being charmed or used, enable, and it says boundaries. So there's a delay because somebody is reconnecting with um, a past life soulmate, and they're vibrationally matching to this person, and or they've been connecting to this person, or will reconnect with this person, okay? Or this could be Spirit's way of saying that there's a person interfering with this reconciliation. That's why there's an intervention. That's why there's a detour or a delay, because there's a person here interfering. But like I said, when I see this card, this twin flame card, I always read it as um, a sacred, two people that have um, been guided to come together for a specific reason. Clarify twin flames for the collective. Follow your bliss. And it says, do what inspires you. It says, heart meets mind, no fear based decisions. Don't make decisions based on fear. Use your discernment. It is very important that you do that, okay? Because I feel like there's a return, okay, of a past life soulmate. They're coming back, or a past soulmate, and you have an opportunity to figure out: is this my twin, or is this a false twin? Is this someone that I'm meant to be with, or is this person just charming or using me? Make sure you're setting up boundaries, okay? Because Spirit says that there is a connection that is beneficial coming in. There is something better, but you need to clear up all those repressed emotions that are keeping you stuck in the past. Now, if there is somebody that you're connecting to or have connected to, and you feel a very strong connection to them, and you're wondering, well, is that person coming back? Is that person my twin? Because I know a lot of you guys ask that sometimes. Is this person my twin flame? Is this person, the person, that's when you're very codependent. Okay, be careful with that, trying to figure out if someone's your twin. How you know that person's purpose is the events and experiences you've had with that person. Does this mean that you can't have a connection with someone from the past? No, it doesn't mean that you can't have a connection. But there was a reason for the connection. You have to discern what that reason was. Was the reason that they was most of the time it's because there's a spiritual mission and you're meant to learn. Okay. That's mostly why the reason is there. But Spirit is saying, turn your gaze back to love. It says you are listening, but you're not listening with your heart. Listen to your heart space. Align your mind and your heart so that you can be guided in the right direction. Saturn comes in and says there's a soul, your soul has a desire to resolve limiting patterns of control and dependency. There's a lot of challenges, and we did see the challenge card, right? Because you're challenged with meeting, interacting with all these different soulmates, and these soulmates are kind of helping you to define who you are as a person. Tell me more about twin flames and why this is coming up for the collective fifth chakra. So this is the throat chakra. Why is the throat chakra card coming out for the collective consciousness? This is card 39. Spirit says self-expression and speaking your truth. See? And see, we see here that someone is not expressing how they truly feel. And we also see here Spirit saying, don't lie, be authentic with yourself. Okay? Or someone connected to you is not being authentic. It says here, Gabriel hold his trumpet in one hand and a beautiful orb of blue light in the other. It says he is sending powerful energy to your throat center, acknowledging your power to communicate and your readiness to do so. This angel opens you up to truthful expression, both with yourself and others. It says you may have had trouble with expressing emotions and ideas in the past, and that's why I told you guys about my dream, right? Because I said that the way I was expressing myself, like I was going off, I was crying, I was just pouring it all out. And I was like, why did I have that dream? That's so important. For me, it was very impactful because I understood subconsciously there was a need for me to say something because I haven't been saying what I need to say. I've been playing it very cool, but that's not me. I'm very, me, y'all know I always say I have a healthy throat chakra. And for me, sometimes I just let things be. I don't argue with people. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. And sometimes I'll let you have it. Just depends. But there's an opportunity for you to be honest with yourself here, I feel. And Spirit is saying, you may have had trouble with expressing emotions and ideas in the past, but Gabriel's here to tell you that your soul longs to take this leap now. Be aware that true communication includes how you speak to yourself. So never deny your profound integral value. Speak up for yourself. Write in your journal, let your words flow. Now is the time to express yourself freely and fully, and the universe always honors your choice to do so. This card could also indicate that a communication project is coming or a time of heightened communication with spirit and telepathy with others. Um, I want to let you guys know too that you have your masculine and your masculine's not being honest and with themselves, and your masculine's not talking to you, or they're lying to you. So it could be one or the other. They're either lying or not speaking. And Spirit is saying there's some sort of heightened communication that's going to take place, or an opportunity for you to speak your truth to this person that might be lying to you. But I'm still kind of having trouble with this whole reconciliation energy. What is this about? This could be that there could be some sort of communication coming in. The reason why I'm saying I'm having trouble with that is because this card clarified twin flames and it's a girl with a snake. Now, this card could be coming out because Spirit is saying set a boundary. Set a boundary. Because if there's a soulmate coming in, this soulmate may come in not telling you everything you need to hear. Okay? Or they may tell you what you want to hear, but are they telling the truth? So tell me about this reconciliation. See, So you're giving an opportunity to make a healthy choice, making healthy choices in love and life, self love, self care, being happier. So why are you presenting us with that? Because Spirit says there's a miracle and blessing that you need to learn out of this situation. And this is about people, okay? And I'm saying soulmates, people, could be a man for some of you guys. They're going to come in and they're going to communicate in a way that may seem at first glance, they may seem like they're being honest, but there's something here that is saying that there's some sort of dishonesty here. It says the heart of the matter. It says there's more going on than meets the eyes. See, Spirit says we're kind of watching over you, the situation. So this is a higher power looking down at this baby sleeping. You know, this card, this whispers of love deck is very intricate. So you have to really be very use your intuition with this card because with this deck because this is about there's a situation that's happening in your life and it says take a moment to get to the genuine issue. What is the genuine issue of a situation? It says the truth of what is going on lies at the very heart of the situation. Be honest. See, it says be honest. Again, we have another reference to someone needing to be authentic and honest. For me, of course, we have a strong energy of this masculine needing to do this, but also for you to be honest with self. I keep reiterating the honesty with self because if you're being presented, right, with something that looks good, is it really good? Okay, or is spirit saying that they're trying to get this masculine to see that there's something better for them? So it says, be honest and willing to do whatever is necessary to take care of this, whether you see your current scenario as positive or negative. It's happening for a reason. Awareness and understanding will help you see beyond your current circumstances. It may feel difficult at first, but with time, you may feel differently and understand why things unfolded as they did. Okay. Even if you are in emotional upheaval, there is an outcome that will bring love and blessings. And that's why Spirit says there's a blessing in disguise here. This is bringing any blessing. It may not feel like it's a blessing because at the time, while it's happening, it might feel like everything is falling apart. We have a completion. We have a completion of some sort of karmic cycle, karmic connection. Okay, whether it's on your end or your person's end. And it says here a beautiful angel watches over a sleeping child, and while a myriad of dreams fill her slumber. Sometimes it feels like you are surrounded by far more than you can comprehend. This card is showing you that there is a higher power working on your behalf. You are watched over and loved. A situation will be resolved with time. So there is a divine delay when it comes to a partnership or meeting the right person or connecting with your twin flame, your masculine, your person, whoever this person is, whether you know them or not. And Spirit saying the reason why there is a delay is because there is a snake, a narcissist, or someone's being charmed or used. And I kind of feel like I don't feel like it's y'all. I honestly don't feel like this is you guys. I feel like you're a person, whoever they are, is being put through a series of tests. You're going through your own individual tests, of course, to help you make healthy choices. But I feel like there could be someone out there being put through a series of tests or situations, experiences to help them to break free from something that they've been settling for. Spirit is saying that someone is settling in an unfulfilled situation, but they choose to stay there. They're lying to themselves about their situation. And like I said, this could be you because you could be in this relationship with somebody and you could be lying to yourself and knowing that you're not happy, knowing that you don't feel the same way, but you could be staying in that situation for whatever reason. Some of you guys, Spirit is saying you will have people come in, and these are people that are from the past lives, and these people may have they're presenting an opportunity for you to put what you've learned into action, which means have you enabled your boundaries? Have you are you in your power? It says it's time for you to step up in a leadership role. Are you able to voice yourself, speak and communicate your truth? Are you able to set boundaries and stand up for yourself? Okay. When you do take a leadership position and when you acknowledge that these experiences are teaching you, you will have um, the recognition you deserve, or you will accomplish what you came out to accomplish as a soul. Okay. Spirit says something unforeseen is coming, but you must have patience, you guys. And I think that a lot of us are dealing with this whole patience aspect, especially when it comes to relationships. See, detours, delays. Why? But I want to know why. Divine intervention, delays, and detours. Spirit says, trust us. Trust that we are bringing in something better. Some of you guys, you're somebody from your past that's coming back around, and you thought this person was your twin. They're not your twin. They're coming. They're going to communicate with you. They're going to try to charm you. They're going to try to, seduce you. Tell you that they're going to do this. They're going to do that, and you need to use discernment. You need to use discernment and be honest with yourself. Sacred sexuality, and it says this connection has potential for tantric alchemy to help you with resolving blocks in your chakra system. Also, with alchemy, this is about transmutation of all that repressed emotion. A lot of the things that are being triggered are through these other soulmates. They're triggering you to communicate, to offload, to release a lot of the past baggage. Some of these soulmates, they're tasked with coming in and giving you opportunities to really step into leadership position. Speak your mind, set boundaries, say no, I'm not going to accept, having um, a relationship that's not reciprocated. No, I'm not going to be your friend because I'm the one that's always being a friend and you're not reciprocating being a friend to me. You're not, it doesn't feel mutual. The effort doesn't feel mutual. No, I don't want to be in a partnership relationship with you. I'm doing all the work. You're barely putting in any work. This is you needing to, all these experiences happening around you is kind of building you up in a way so that you can take your leadership role because Spirit is trying to crown you. Okay. Again, twin flame. Somebody here is confused and is partaking in something that looks like an illusion. Um, I don't think this is y'all. Somebody's building a foundation based on false, deception, something false. Who's this? Black and doubt. False mask. There's a tower. The universe says trust. I don't think this is you, but if it is you that's in this deception, wearing rose tinted glasses, thinking that someone's your twin, a lot of you guys are about to get a wake up call that these people that you're calling a twin is not your mother freaking twin. I'm sorry. You might not like what I have to say about that. That's what's coming out. Spirit is saying you need to see the truth. These people that you are calling your twin, they're not your twins. You're holding on to an illusion, Neptune, or your person is holding on to a relationship. Spirit says this tower is going to bring the truth in that someone only wanted to have sexy smexy. Now, if this is your masculine having this epiphany, if it's your masculine having this epiphany, right, about somebody else, they're having they're having an opportunity to see a situation from a different perspective. And this masculine is going to break free and separate. They're going to make a decision to do it finally because they're tired of being hurt. What is the best outcome for the people watching, waiting, hoping for some sort of miracle or blessing? We have detached from these soulmates or have an epiphany, or someone will detach from a soulmate. That's the best outcome. Someone will detach from these soulmates. Yeah, the masculine will. That's the best outcome. He will let these soulmates go, and it's not one. I'm sorry, soulmates with an S. That's why this card I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but this card has a S on it, which means this is plural. And y'all probably thinking twin flames mean, the feminine and masculine. No, no, it's plural because of a different reason. I'm not gonna go into it because I don't got time for people to be in my comments with the bullshit. But anyways, um, a lot of soulmates, and when they do see the truth, when they see that there's a better way, then there will be a reconciliation. But there's delays. Um, yeah, Spirit says there will be a new beginning when they see the truth. They'll come back and they'll say, "Hey, can we start over?" For me, I'm not happy with this message, and some of you guys may be happy with this message because you're like, "Okay, well, at least I have confirmation that they will come back." Right? I'm not happy with this message because I feel like I don't want to have to wait my wait, and you don't necessarily have to wait. It's you're being admonished not to wait. Of course, you live your life, but you are still waiting. Why? Why am I saying you still waiting? Because if he's coming back, right, which is what Spirit is saying, he will come back. You will have a new beginning. That means you have to wait for him to come back, right? When he's ready to see the truth, when he's ready to let go of the other soulmates, the past life soulmates that he still has attachments to and has to work out karma with. You gotta wait for him to do all of that. And I'm sorry if I sound a little negative. I'm annoyed by that. And I'm just being honest. I gotta wait. I don't want to wait for him. I want him to do him and I want to do me. But anyways, that's just me. That's just how I feel. But yeah, he'll come back eventually when he gets it. Maybe this lifetime, maybe next lifetime, who knows? He'll come back. Y'all eventually get to come together when he gets it, when he learns. The reason why I said soulmate, the twin flames, soulmates, and I talk about divine, sacred soulmates, divine connections all the time, and I talk about what the lovers card mean. The lovers are the cosmic lovers. These are people that have this very strong connection, and I think that this is why Spirit says practice compassion. Look at this from a different perspective. But I think that what's missing is the fact that for us as human, us regular humans, regular schmegglers, we have this higher perspective. We understand that people got to go through their own course in life. But what I don't understand is why we are all constantly being told that we need to be patient. Why? What if we choose not to want to be with this person? Then what? Like, what if I don't want to be with him? Like, what if I don't want him? Why do I have to wait for him to figure it out? I want that. And that's for the people that are like, okay, but I don't want a twin flame. Like, maybe I don't want to deal with that shit. Maybe I don't want to wait. Maybe I just want to be with someone regular, like a regular soulmate. Have you ever thought about that? I'm being honest. I don't know. I don't know. It's like, am I the only one? Like, oh, no, but can I get somebody else? But I feel like Spirit is saying, yes, you will get other people. The underlying message is you will have people, you will have opportunities to date people and to do you, just like they're doing them. But see, us feminines, we're not like them. They're out here dating, they're out here living their best lives. And I know that some of you guys have attempted to date. Some of you guys may be dating a lot, depending on where you're at and what your experience. But some of us, especially us older women, we're not really out there like that dating and meeting people. I'm not. I'm just not built like that. It's exhausting. I want to meet people. I don't want to meet people just to know that I don't want to be with them. What's the point? What am but Spirit's perception of it is you need to meet these people, you need to engage with these people because these people got a lot to teach you. And a lot of times it's because we got a lot to teach them. And that's just what it is. Okay. just being honest. And a lot of readers, you know, they're not gonna, they're not gonna, speak like this because it may upset their subscribers. And I know a lot of my subscribers don't like the things that I say because I get unsubscribed from. I get more unsubscribes than subscribes, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being honest with how I feel. I'm okay with being transparent. I'm okay with not leading people down a rabbit hole. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being I'm okay with not selling rainbows and butterflies on my channel. I'm okay that I don't have 100K. Like I want 100K, but I want it to be based on um I want to earn it. I want to earn my 100K. And I'm not saying other people didn't earn it. I'm just saying for me in my journey. Um yeah, there's somebody here dealing with soulmates, and also going to deal with soulmates. Um and you're because you both are individually learning. Like I said, I hope you guys understand why I said it the way I said it, how I'm presenting this information to you. I don't want you to look at it surface level. Oh, he's going to come back one day. I want you to understand the process it takes. It's the process of you interacting with the soulmates around you. It's the process of you finding your own individual self, gaining your independence, being able to master certain aspects of yourself, the way you communicate, the way you express yourself, right? Same thing, right? How you how you interact with people. Are you letting people trigger you? Are you taking on a lot of responsibilities that are not yours? Are you in one-sided relationships? Are you letting your family members abuse you? Are you letting your friends abuse you? It's a process, people. And I told you all the before I gave you the whole your twin flame might come back when they figure it out. But I was speaking of the process. I was speaking of people that are going to come along your path, and you're constantly being tested. Okay, are you ready? Because that's what spirit wants to make sure your masculine's not ready. We know this. We know your masculine. They basically told me that the masculine's going to go towards a new love. They're not going to come towards you. Okay, at least some of them. I'm not going to say it's everybody, right? Because everybody's in a different path. Every time I go to sleep, these damn bracelets be all over the place. But so not everybody, right? Some people they feel like their twin flame has come back. You're gonna have a rude awakening. If you think your twin flame is back and you think everything's peachy key, good luck. I'm gonna tell you right now, everything runs on cycles, and everybody collectively are on the same. Have to experience collective huge cycles together, and then we have our own individual cycles. We all have our own individual um, experiences, of course, but collectively, we don't have control over the planets and what planets are aspecting what, how the planets are transiting, right? That's collected. That's out of our control, right? What the planets are doing and how they affect us on a collective level. So we have to take that into consideration that the outside forces that we don't have control of, right? And then we have to talk, then we look at our own individual journeys, our own individual cycles. So the planets are moving in a way that is affecting us profoundly, and based on your chart and what your chart has, that's going to affect everybody individually differently, right? But I say all that to say this: we're still working through a lot of imprints and wounds, and those wounds have to be worked through in order for us to come into union. And I feel like, yes, you may be farther along than your masculine. You may be way past him, but you still got things to learn. And that compassion energy is saying you have to be willing to allow him to go through his own process. But guess what? I don't give a damn about none of that. I don't want him. I don't understand. Oh, Lord have mercy. And some of you guys are going to be alone, and you're going to have to uh, make the best of being by yourself. And some of you guys are going to date people and experience different experiences with other people. I would suggest you not meddling and mixing with a lot of people, because again, that could That could take up a lot of more extra time and energy that you don't need to waste. But it's up to you. It says slow down. It says pause and allow things to unfold. Oh Lord, have mercy. There we go with the spirit. We're always wanting us to do things we don't want to do. Pause and allow things to unfold. Retreat. Again, spirit saying this is your time to retreat, to work on yourself. This is your time to reflect. Just to go, learn, reflecting on everything you've been through. Yes, you've been alone for what? Some of y'all, how long? Put your number in. Put your number in if you're nasty. How long you been alone? Like not in a relationship. Thank you, Tiwa. Chocolate. Make mine cookies and cream, please. Sometimes we gotta laugh. Lord have mercy. I'm gonna tell you, and again, for us older ladies, right? Because some of us are up there in our age. Some of us older ladies have been still, we still haven't figured it out. And you're probably thinking about, but what about all the other people that are in relationships? What is it about us? I don't know. Maybe because you were chosen to be a divine feminine. I mean, I truly believe all women are divine feminines. I don't know. Maybe they figured it out before we did. I don't know. Maybe they did what they needed to do in their past lives, and that's probably why they got their relationships. And you're probably looking at, but what about those people that are not even spiritual? Like, spiritual is just spirituality or spiritual or beliefs. That's just a perspective. Your idea of what's spiritual and what's not spiritual um, really is relevant to you. So you may look at somebody and you may be like, well, these people are not even spiritual people, but they're in a relationship, they're happy. But you know, I'm so enlightened. I'm so aware. I know all this stuff. And why could I be in a relationship? A lot of people settle. That's all I could say. A lot of people settle. It's the only way I can answer it. You put up something? What do you mean? You posted on a community board? Right. Now, people are not going to hear this truth. They're going to want to be in la la land. They want everything to be positive. Oh my God. Or they want it to be, yeah, the karmic. They want to demonize the karmic, talk about how the karmic's doing spell work. Let's talk about how the other women are being treated just like you were treated. I don't get that. I don't get the whole I'm going to demonize this karmic, right? I'm going to make her the I'm going to make her the antagonist of the story. I'm pretty sure the karmic is getting the same crap you got. I'm pretty sure that they're going through their own spiritual awakening just like we did. You know, she got cheated on just like you did. She got played just like you did. She got used. So I don't do all that. Oh, the karmic is so evil. I don't do that on this channel. That's unrealistic. Are there people out there that are trying to get your man and or play with their head? Yeah, yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's their spouse. It could be one of the other bitches they're fucking, whatever. Anyways, so Spirit is saying this is an opportunity for you to slow down, rest while things are unfolding. The universe is working things out in your favor. However long it takes, you're just going to have to wait. That's how I read it. And that might not be a very positive way of reading it. And honestly, I don't do what is that? What is the term for that fake positivity? I don't do that shit on this channel. I can't think of the term. There's a term for it. And it's not necessarily healthy. Why? Because it means that we're still repressing our true feelings. I don't want that here. I'm going to talk about how I really feel here. You could go somewhere else if you want to hear fake fucking toxic positivity. If you want to hear that fake shit, you could. I'm going to tell you how I feel because I know a lot of y'all feel the same way. Does it mean that we should be feeling like this all the time? No. We need to express why we feel this way so that we can stop feeling this way, right? Because my thing is, I don't want this person. I don't care if they change or whatever the fuck they do. I don't want them. And Spirit's like, well, you just still need to forgive them. But I don't have no issues with them. I don't want them. And if it is me not wanting to forgive them, so be it. They don't deserve my forgiveness anyways. But I just don't want to be with this person. It's not even that I don't forgive them. I just don't want to be with them. But no, 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 no. You signed a contract. So what? I don't want to. I revoked that contract. Um, Toxic positivity. It's excessive and ineffective overgeneralization of happy, optimistic state across all situations. Not everything's going to be happy, peachy. That's not life. That's not realistic. Not everything's going to be. You're not going to be put in situations where you could be optimistic. You're going to be, and we know this because I did. I said this in the other live the other day when I said Spirit is cracking you the fuck open. Did that sound like it was positive? When Spirit was saying it is in your breakdown that you're going to find your true self. No, Spirit was making it very clear that you got to go through this bullshit. You got to go through this pain and you have to be wounded in order for you to get so you could pull up, you know, surrender to faith, to surrender to, okay, you know what? I can't control this. I'm just going to go ahead and just, let things just happen, let things be, and just believe and have faith. Sometimes we are being cracked open. We are being put in positions where Spirit is saying, surrender to us, surrender to us. We have a better way for you. Your way's not working. And it's not going to be easy because your life was not easy. A lot of you guys did not grow in an easy life. There's nobody on this planet that could say, my life was easy. Some people may have had a decent life as far as the way they were raised, two-parent home, family has money, didn't have to want for anything. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about emotions, your mental health. There's a lot of people that were raised up in rich families that had everything they wanted. That doesn't mean that they were happy. Doesn't mean that they didn't go through depression. I'm talking about real life shit that has hurt you, that has brought you down to your fucking knees, and you're tired. You want to fucking, you want to break free of that experience, and you want to have better days, and you want to feel content. And this is also a testimony to tell you that even when you have those fucking bad days, that there's always a good day coming right behind it. So while we go through all these experiences and while we are healing right from them, because that's what we essentially do is heal from them and we grow from them. Spirit says, we're attracting these soulmates because I'm talking about everybody you're surrounded by. I'm not just talking about this one person. I'm talking about the experiences that you will have moving forward because, baby, we're not out of the woods fucking yet. We're in pre-eclipse season. The eclipses are bringing in some changes. We're going to be switching from Gemini Sagittarius to the axis of Gemini Sagittarius to Taurus Scorpio. And that's going to last into 2023. We got a new set of lessons showing up. And again, it's for different people, different placements, different charts. It's going to affect you in different areas of your life. But I'm just letting you know that just because Saturn's direct doesn't mean, oh, everything's going to be peachy key easy. You're going to have some time periods of ease, but remember, life is ebbs and flows. Life is waves, ups and downs, ups and downs. And you're going to have to ride the waves, baby. I don't know till what end, but you're going to have to keep riding the waves. Spirit says mayhem, challenges, mayhem, challenges. Spirit says your manifestations happening, current issue reveals past wound. The mayhem is because the past wound needs to be addressed. It's going to constantly be addressed until you heal it. It's going to constantly be triggered by people until it's healed. It says current issue reveals past wounds, spiritual growth. Hang tight. Challenge. It says delay or detour is beneficial here. It says revise, rethink. This is giving you an opportunity to revise, to rethink, an opportunity to follow the signs and guidance. It says test before leveling up. Didn't I fucking say this? These tests are fucking driving me nuts. I don't want to. I don't want to be here for these fucking goddamn motherfucking tests. Spirit says your beliefs are create your reality. Recognize and change your emotions. Reprogram your subconscious mind. So we're acknowledging these emotions so that we can reprogram our mind, so that we don't have these emotions anymore, so that we could be happy. Combine talent with passion. Live your dreams, helping others. Gratitude journal, self love, and nature's timing. It says things need to occur in proper order when the time is right. Don't try to control the situation. Be calm, ho. That's what they say to me. Be calm. That's what they always saying to me. Be calm. Calm down. Taking care of your vibration, positive environment, clear your space, chakra, energy balance. We talked about this, right? Yesterday. What when did I say? Yeah, the chakra message came yesterday, right? All of these messages are that I'm putting out is part of this whole process that we're going through. I talked about the chakras yesterday. So if you didn't catch that video, go watch it. Spirit is saying y'all need to be fucking patient. Like y'all getting on our nerves. And I'm like, Spirit, you getting on my nerves. I've been putting in the fucking work. Where is my reward? My channel's not doing good. I'm still making money. Don't get it twisted, but it's not where I need to be. So Spirit is saying there's some sort of belief that's holding you back. Okay. It says loving all of you. There's a belief that's holding us back. Everybody for different reasons, right? Because we've had different experiences. We're struggling in different areas, and it's because of some sort of belief. Recognize the it says recognize what this belief is and change your emotions. So let me start because you know me, I don't mind telling y'all what my fucking belief is. I don't fucking believe that I'm going to find true love in this lifetime because every motherfucker that I've come across is a motherfucker liar and is a waste of my motherfucking time. And it's annoying. Okay? That's my belief. Is it true? I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is. But it seems like it. And I'm just being transparent. And remember, emotions are fleeting. So Spirit says in divine time, just because I feel this way today doesn't mean I'm going to feel this way in the next 30 minutes. I'm just triggered and I'm just telling you exactly how I feel. And this is just the only way I could be. I can't be inauthentic. I don't know how to be inauthentic. I don't know how to. I don't know how to be inauthentic with the way I feel about certain situations. Spirit says the reason why you got to wait on divine timing is because you and your person need more growth. That is the bottom line. That's just what it is. This is why I come on every morning and I help you guys with your growth. So I'm not claiming to be no guru, no master teacher. I'm claiming to be me. And part of the way I teach is I need you to know that I'm right there with you, beloveds. I'm going through the journey with you. I'm going through the motions with you. I'm not above you. I'm not beneath you either. I'm right there with you. We could do it. You know, we've been doing it. We've done it before, right? We've been through challenges before. We've been through mayhem. We're just tired. I think Spirit needs to know that we're fucking tired. I'm tired of being tested. I'm tired of my faith being tested. I'm tired of waiting on shit. You know, they don't seem to care. Darkest before dawn. It's this breakdown before the breakthrough. I talk about this all the time. It's this major shift is in progress, dissolving barriers. You're still ascending. Don't feel bad because you have a breakdown or if you feel a certain way or if you get angry. That's part of the process. I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad with the way I'm communicating, and I don't give a fuck about however anybody feels about it. You know, if you're not vibing with me or understanding where I'm coming from, I don't give a fuck. I really don't. This is not my first rodeo. This is not my first incarnation. This is not the first time I've been doing this. So I know exactly what I'm fucking doing. And I think that I think that my loyal subscribers and the people that keep coming back understand that because I'm this way is what has helped them to break free of their own barriers. Because we're not doing repression over here. We're not doing holding shit in over here. We are acknowledging and taking accountability and responsibility. And I'm being very transparent because I'm aware of my feelings. I'm aware of my emotions. I'm aware. For the most part, I'm very, even keel. But these scenarios really kind of, um, and this is the energy that's up here. Repression. I still have it up here. This situation with this whole twin flame BS bullshit is very triggering, and that's the purpose. It's supposed to trigger you. Spirit says you need to grow. You need to grow the fuck up. One of my decks say, "Grow up," or you're masculine. A lot of us like to point fingers at the masculine. It's the masculine. It's the masculine. I don't do that here. We're about self development, so I talk about self here a lot. I talk about the masculine. I talk about what the masculine's going through, but the masculine's not here. Some of the masculines watch, but I'm talking about you, whoever you're watching, whether you consider yourself a masculine or a feminine. I'm talking about dealing with self, the challenges that you have to overcome with self, wounds, patience, self love, healing. Spirit says you're getting the green light. I never understand why they keep showing me this card. Let me look at this card hard. I mean, I understand in the context, depending on which reading I'm doing, but in this particular context, and what I was just saying, I don't understand how that ties into what I was saying. It says you're getting the green light. It says if you have an idea in mind, this is giving you the green light. There's a need for it. Yeah, I know there's a need for us to talk about our feelings. Yes, I know that shit. Make it make sense. Real estate. This is about rebuilding, strengthening at the core of who you are. Who are you? What are you thinking about? What are your ideas when it comes to you and your own journey to to healing and your own evolution, your growth, your self growth? Yeah, life surfing. It says feeling capable of overcoming adversity, no expectations, approaching life like a sport. Some of you guys are concerned about substance and your survival, where you live, being able to provide for yourself. You feel like, remember when I said life is like waves, ups and downs, ups and downs, life surfing, mayhem. This is saying you're gonna go through all these ups and downs, but you're gonna be given ideas to manage, to manage. You're getting communication. I don't want this to be about me. Clarify. Okay. Let go of control. That's why Spirit say life surfing. Let go of control. Um, let go of the past. Don't let the past hold you back, essentially, is what they're saying. You will be able to manage all these ups and downs. You'll be able to overcome. That's what they're saying. You'll get through it as usual, right? Because it's fun for us to always have to be in survival mode and having to get through stuff. Um, and it comes with healing. So they're wanting you to really focus on healing your heart, healing, working on that heart chakra, so that you can be happy, so you can have that happy family, that home, that stable home, having everything you need. You have to work on healing the heart, working on the emotions. I'm going to read that and I'm going to end there for you guys. Give me your feedback. Broken heart, number 9, in reverse. They're saying things will get better. So, Spirit says grief and loss. You guys experience a lot of grief, a lot of loss, and this is what has been affecting you. And Spirit wants you to be happy. Spirit wants you to find your happiness in all the mayhem that you have to go through. They're wanting you to find some sort of talent. They're wanting you to take a leap of faith when it comes to some sort of idea for making money. A lot of you guys are being asked to consider careers and working online, selling something online, or maybe selling a good or a service. Spirit is saying that you need to build a solid foundation. So you need to go back to the basics when it comes to strengthening your finances. If you feel that the mayhem is affecting your survival, your second house stuff like substance, food, money, how you make money, okay, the roof over your head, Um, some of you guys, you're worried about that. This is also about working on your inner self. Your body is part of earth energy, right? Your body is actually housing you so to speak, right? So it's your home. So working on your body, like, but not just your body but your whole entire being, and finding your strength, building yourself up so that you can be able to withstand the tides of life, right? Because when I look at people surfing, that shit looks scary as fuck, right? Because the waves are about to crash. But what do they do? They're on, and if you're from California, you're very aware of surfing because it's big out there in California because y'all get those really huge waves, right? What happens? These people are like on the ocean and there's this big old swell, and the wave is literally like they're literally inside, engulfed inside of a wave. But they have to get through the wave and make it to the other end without being swallowed up. So this is what Spirit is saying. You're going to have all these waves, but they're saying you're surfing, and as a surfer, you can get through these waves, right? You can get through it. You can get through the mayhem. You can get through the challenges. But watch your beliefs. Are you focusing on the things you really want to see happen, or are you too busy focusing on the mayhem? Because your beliefs come true. Your beliefs create your reality. So recognize what beliefs are bringing in the type of reality you don't want, and then and start to believe in the things that you want to see. And then Spirit says break down before the breakthrough. And it says major shift, dissolving barriers and ascending. So a broken heart in reverse, it's a broken heart reverse, marks a time of renewal and hope. The pain and the trauma are behind you now, and you can trust that greater joy is on its way. Whatever has happened to hurt you in the past, you're now free to move on. And this is what Spirit is trying to get you to see, that you don't have to hold on to that old cycle. You're free of it because Saturn and all these planets are going direct. 15th, watch out for the 15th. The 18th is a really good time, especially when it comes to making decisions. You got Jupiter on your side, just to kind of throw it out there. Spirit is letting you know that that old stuff, you're still just kind of programmed. Still, you're still kind of letting that stuff go. You're still kind of waking up to, okay, that stuff that I was dealing with, I don't have to let that that I don't have to deal with that anymore. I have to break free of that, and I have to kind of bring in new experiences, because if you're still tied to that past energy, it's still kind of presenting itself in a way, isn't it? Spirit says the universe has much better things in store. See, that's why it says something better. The universe has much better things in store for you. So finish letting go of any residual grief and open your life to your new self loving intention. Joyous connections will follow. So you will have better, happier connections. You're not going to be dealing with that same shit that you used to deal with in the past with other people. I mean, even with your past lover. Joyous connections will follow. That's what the book says. And the affirmation says, I release the pain of the past and I live with compassion for myself. Love heals and renews me. That's what the Whispers of Love message was about. It said that everything you've been through was a gift. It was to help you to get back to love. Spirit says, appreciate this moment because there is an opportunity for you to connect with someone. It says, spend time, quality time with each other. It says, listen and talk. So, what you don't see coming is an opportunity for you to connect with people on a deeper level. This card is about a new beginning, an announcement. Maybe somebody messages you out the blue. It says every situation is an opportunity to grow and to find love. Card 33 and card 46 says spend quality time with each other. Um, I said that this was going to be the last card, but I need to tell you guys why this is coming up. 33 is about an announcement. It's about something coming in that you don't see. Challenging circumstances rarely make sense at the time. It is important to face what is happening so you can learn the lesson. Ask the angels to show you what is important in this moment. Learn how to be. Try sitting in silence for a few minutes every day. This will help you become conscious of your feelings. Take in the world around you instead of rushing through your day. Tune into the sights and sounds around you. It is important to practice being in the moment. Turn off your mobile phone. Find ways to engage in whatever is happening instead of looking for an escape. Become aware of your thinking. Take note of what you are worrying about. Then bring yourself back to the moment and focus your intention on the present. It says a maiden wearing a crown of seashell gazes into a conch filled with butterfly, with a beautiful image. So she's looking into this conch shell or seashell, and there's a beautiful image inside of it. It says the seashells represent creativity, imagination, and shared emotions. A conch shell is blown to begin special events or announce an arrival. This may indicate good news. So Spirit is saying that you have good news coming or a new beginning coming. You do not need to do anything other than have gratitude for what is in front of you now. So you guys are going to have a new beginning. Your broken heart is healing. It's going to bring in a new beginning. In card 46, this is a 10, 6 balance coming in. 33 adds up to a 6 balance coming in because we have an ending here with the broken heart card. No more brokenheartedness. Just clearing up the past karma. And then we have 46, which is a 10, which reduces to a 1, new beginning. It says spending time, quality time. I'm going to read that and I am going to actually end there. We've been on this live for 2 hours. I cannot fucking believe I've been talking for 2 hours. Sorry, guys. Thank you for listening. So it says, we all have a fundamental need to take a break. I'm sorry, I'm reading the wrong card. It says listen and talk to each other. It says it's easy to slip into the routine of daily life without making time to really connect and give your partner or relationship your full and uninterrupted attention. Make eye contact and actively appreciate each other. When you really tune into someone, they feel validated and valued. Doing this will deepen your relationship. When was the last time you complimented something your partner or loved one did? Giving someone a compliment takes little time and does not have a big price tag. Encouraging or commending someone can positively affect his or her entire day. Two elementals share a kiss under a crescent moon. The kiss represents shared feelings of love and friendship. So, see, some of you guys are going to be finding mutuality in friendships now. No more dealing with people, hurting you, taking advantage of you, and some of you guys is left. When you are in a relationship, do you make time to be present and share your love? Since quality time can make or break any relationship. If you haven't been fully aware of someone, it's time to make this change. If you haven't been fully aware of someone, it's time to make this change. Someone may have been ignoring you, or you may have been ignoring someone around you. Hmm. Somebody external to you or external to your masculine has been taking their attention away from you. But Spirit says there's some sort of new beginning coming in after this masculine acknowledges that they're not getting the attention that they deserve from this other person. Spirit is saying that what they're working on is getting this masculine to walk away from this third party That's why the Spirit is saying be patient. All right, those are your messages. I love you guys. Next time, it's going to be much shorter. Thank y'all. um, I may not come on tomorrow. What's today? Today's Friday. What's today? No, today's Thursday. I may not come on. I know I'm not coming on Saturday. Saturday, I will not be coming on. I don't know about tomorrow, but I'll let you guys know. Check, keep an eye on my community tab. I got to record for the channel. So today I'm going to be recording Capricorn, Aquarius, and hopefully I'll get Pisces done all in the same day. I'm trying. I got to post for Patreon too. So if you don't see all three, you will at least get Capricorn today. I love y'all. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.